Hey guys, it's Sarah. My shelves look a little different, yeah, because I have been going through my books and getting rid of some and doing a big unhaul and all that stuff. I'm still in the middle of it though. My final decisions have not been completely made yet, but because of that, my shelves look very different than they normally have. So it's going to be a little off and on for the next couple of videos because there are some videos coming up that I have already filmed and I had them before I moved everything around. So this is what it's going to look like kind of from now on a more permanent basis. But there's going to be a couple of videos coming up in the next week or two that will still have everything that I had on here previously. I hope that makes sense. I just had to pre-film some stuff earlier and then I decided to tear apart my bookshelves after that. So it might be a little bit back and forth, just bear with me. But today is BookList Thursday, and this is a video series I do with my friend Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library, and every Thursday we bring you some sort of list revolving around a topic or a prompt or something that we want to talk about revolving around books. And today we are talking about authors. More specifically, our auto by authors. So what's an auto by author? An auto by author is an author that if they come out with a new release, we automatically buy them. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it's about. If it's coming out, we're buying it. And I did come up with 5. Some of them are a little, you'll see, you'll see. But I did come up with 5, so I'm excited to share them with you. And what I did is with these authors, I tried to grab the newest release of books that they had come out. So I tried the best that I could. But first one is Colleen Hoover. Colleen is definitely an auto by author for me. If she comes out with a book, I'm going to buy it. And I'm going to read it. And I'm going to love it. It's just, I love her. She's one of my favorite authors. I love the stories that she comes up with. I love the difficulty of them. I love that it makes you feel things you maybe shouldn't be feeling, or you don't know how you feel about these certain situations. And she makes me cry a lot. So this is her newest release, Verity. And I have not read it yet, but oh my gosh, have you guys been yelling at me to read this? So this will be coming up very soon for sure. And yeah, I'm definitely excited to read this one, but she is definitely one that if she has a book come out, I want it. The next one is an author that doesn't put out a ton, but when he does, I usually pick them up, and that's Dan Brown. This is his newest release, Origin, for the Robert Langdon book series. Now, he's a little bit of a tricky one because I have read everything that he's written so far, aside from this one. This is on my 2019 TBR, so I will be reading this one this year. But every other book he's had come out, I have read, and I have really enjoyed them. But with the Robert Langdon series, this is book number 5, and the past 2 books in this series, I was just okay on. So this one makes me a little bit nervous. This one might solidify whether or not I'm going to continue in this series if he comes out with more books. These books are coming out every 2 or 3 years. So they're not, rapid fire being put out every single year. We have something else to look forward to. This was barely announced and then it came out. So it's a little bit of a tricky one for me, but I have bought all his books and for the most part enjoyed them. But again, the last 2 haven't been my favorite. They were only 3-star reads for me. So we're going to see how this one goes. And from there, I'll probably make my decision. But as of right now, he is an auto by author. And every time he's come out with a book release, I have bought it. This next one is a newer author to me. I just started reading her in 2018 and I am now obsessed. I do not own all her books yet, but I am going to start working on that for sure. And that's Karin Slaughter. I love Karin Slaughter's books. I love, love, love them. I have read 3 of her books, and I read them all last year, and just every single one was a 5-star read for me. I do want to start getting into her series. I know that there is a Grant County series I'm supposed to start with, and then a Will Trent series that also has a couple of character crossovers, but you're supposed to start with Grant County, so I do plan to do that. And she does have at least one more standalone called Coptown, which I don't own, and I haven't read that one yet, but that's going to be like one that I'm going to be looking out for to get. But I am obsessed with her right now. I love her writing. I love the stories. They're so complicated. They keep you guessing. They keep you on the edge of your seat. And Pretty Girls by her was my favorite book of last year, of the entire year. So definitely a new favorite author, definitely a new auto by author. This next one is an author that I haven't read everything by her yet, but one of her books is on my TBR for this year, and then that will complete my reading of her books. And then I think that she is writing one currently, which is super exciting because she has not put out a book in a very long time and people are anxious. And that's Gillian Flynn. Gone Girl is one of my favorite books of all time. It's in my top 5. It made me love the psychological thriller genre. It was really probably the first psychological thriller I read, and it made me realize this is the type of book that I want to read all the time. And I've loved everything that I've read from her so far. Again, I do need to read Dark Places. That's the only one I haven't read, and I will read it this year. And I believe she's currently writing a book. There hasn't been a ton of announcements about it yet, but she has personally talked about it. So we don't know what it is, what it's called. She's just kind of letting things happen, and I'm super excited about it. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye out for that, because when it comes out, I will be in line ready to buy it for sure, because she's definitely one of my favorites. And the last one is an author that, again, he hasn't written that much. He only has had 3 novels, and then he did have a release last year that's more of a picture book, like more of an illustrated book than anything. It's more of a really long poem inside a book. And I haven't read that one yet. I don't think I'm going to purchase it, but I may end up picking that up at some time from the library maybe, but that's Khaled Hosseini. And I have read all 3 of his books in novel form. I have them all. They're actually, the other 2 are right here, and this one's going to go back up on the shelf when I'm done filming, but his writing is beautiful. It's very atmospheric. He writes about Middle Eastern countries, Iran, Afghanistan. A lot of it is drawn from his childhood. And the stories are heartbreaking and just beautifully, beautifully told. And they're wonderful. His first book was The Kite Runner, which was really, really great. And yeah, these would be books that I would probably reread someday. It's been years since I've read any of these, so I would probably, pick them up and give them a reread at some point. But I definitely love them. And every time he came out with a new one, I was, going and getting it and pre-ordering it and everything. So he's definitely an auto buy for me as well. All right, guys, that is it. Those are 5 of my auto buy authors. Let me know down below if any of these are the same for you, and let me know who your auto buy authors are. As soon as they come out with a book, you are super excited and you are ordering whatever it is that they are putting out. It doesn't matter what it is, and I would love to know that down below. Make sure you go check out Lindsay's video today too. I'm really interested to see if we have any in common. I think Colleen might be in common. I have a feeling that's going to be definitely one that's in common, but I'm excited to see who else she picks as well. All right, hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.